Hi guys, Jordan Miller here. Maraming salamat sa panonood sa aking mga videos, sa palaging panonood ninyo. This video is part of video tutorial in Engineering Economy, and sana ang mga videos ko ay nakakatulong sa inyo. I-share ninyo, mag-comment kayo sa baba, and please do subscribe. Please subscribe. Maraming salamat. Enjoy!
Hello guys! Welcome na naman sa panibagong edisyon ng ating pag-aaral sa Engineering Economy. Well, alam ko nung college kayo, dumugo ang ilong nyo dito, but well, let's make it clear this time if we can. We are studying particularly today yung gradient, and remember, last time pinag-aralan natin yung gradient, yung isang form ng gradient, yung tinatawag nating arithmetic gradient. This time, pag-aaralan naman natin yung tinatawag nating geometric gradient. Okay? Geometric gradient. A geometric gradient is a cash flow series that either increases or decreases by a constant rate or percentage. So ito yung distinguishing factor ng geometric gradient. If yung change is constant rate or constant percentage. Doon sa pinag-aralan natin last time, yun ay linear or arithmetic gradient. Ang distinguishing factor naman nun is constant amount. This time, constant rate. Okay? Now, tignan natin yung cash flow diagram ng geometric gradient para mas madali natin maintindihan. No? Let's say, meron tayong binayarang amount A at period 1. Now, let's say na yung binayaran nating amount na yan ay lumalaki or nag-i-increase yung binabayaran natin every period. So that by period 2 or second period, magbabago to at lalaki siya ng certain percentage. At yung percentage ay G. So, imumultiply natin, magiging 1 times 1 plus G. Yan yung ating babayaran sa second year. Sa third year, lalaki ulit siya by a certain rate which is 1 plus G. So, imumultiply na naman natin ng another 1 plus G. So, by third year, A times 1 plus G is squared. And so on, pagdating ng fourth year, fifth year, hanggang nth period. So, ganyan yung growth ng payment natin. Now, itong mga to, mayroon silang future amount. Okay? So, pa-curve yung itsura ng payments dito. Doon sa arithmetic gradient, linear, straight line. Dito, pa-curve. Yan yung itsura niya pag siya ay increasing yung bayad. Pag decreasing, ganito naman yung itsura ng kanyang cash flow diagram. Okay? So, notice the difference dito sa increasing 1 plus G. Dito sa decreasing 1 minus G. Okay? So, yun yung difference. Now, ito naman yung formulang ginagamit natin sa geometric gradient na yan. No? A all over 1 minus G times 1 plus I raised to N minus 1 plus G raised to N. Yan yung formula natin sa future gradient. No? Karaniwan kasi nakikita natin sa mga internet at sa mga teachers natin yung formula sa present. Mas gusto ko nung formula sa future. Kaya dinerive ko na lang siyang ganyan. Okay? Na kung saan yung A doon is the first period payment. Yung I is the interest rate. Yung N is the number of periods, and yung G is the rate of change per period. So yung G doon is yung kung paano yung pag-increase niya in terms of percentage, rate or percentage of change per period. Yan yung formula natin. No? Parehas lang formulang yan pag increasing or decreasing. Now, pag increasing at decreasing, magbabago yung G natin. Si G is positive kapag ang payments ay increasing. Negative naman when payments are decreasing. Okay? Also, there are also instances na yung I at saka yung G ay parehas. The same value. Pag the same yung value nila, ang magiging future formula natin is A times N times 1 plus I raised to N minus 1. Yan yung magiging formula natin pag parehas si I at saka si G. Okay, so let's try this problem. A farmer hires 5 men to clear his ranch from grasses and bushes for 5 days. He pays 350 for each of them per day. He projects that in the succeeding years, his expense will decrease by 10% every year. What will be the present value of these payments if for the first 10 years if I is 5%? So may farmer na nag-hire ng 5 tao para i-clear yung ranch niya. At na-clear naman nila yon sa loob ng 5 araw at binayaran niya sila ng 350 each per day. Kaya lang syempre, next year, dahil nalinisan ngayong year, hindi na siya ganun kalala next year yung problema. Kaya at least mababawasan ng 10% yung ating expense para next year. So ang tanong, magkano yung future amount at present value ng mga to? So syempre, pag nagsusolve, ilalagay natin sa cash flow diagram. Okay? Yung babayaran sa taas, yung pambayad sa baba. Sabi, magbabayad daw tayo ng ng bayad every year na decreasing. Ilagay ko sa baba. Okay? Yan. Decreasing siya, no? So, ayan yung itsura niya. Lumiliit by 10%. Now, magkano daw yung present value ng lahat ng bayarin na yan? Well, yung present, ilalagay ko sa 0 at ilagay natin sa taas. Yan. Ngayon, gaya ng palagi natin ginagawa, ilagay natin lahat ng mga values dun sa future. So, si P ilalagay ko dun sa future niya. So, may future si P. At ganun din itong mga gradient na to. So, may future si gradient. Okay? Now, bigyan natin ng mga values. Una si A. Sabi natin may 5 tao na babayaran natin ng 350 kada araw sa 5 araw. So, ayan, no? Yun yung unang bayad sa unang taon. 5 times 350 times 5, 8,750. Now, ang susunod is, yung gradient daw is 10%. Dahil paliit, well, negative 10%. Okay? Then, yung interest rate is 5%. Now, tingnan natin, pwede na natin itong isolve. Kompleto naman na tayo. Yung N obviously is 10. Tignan natin yung future, may pataas na FP at may pababang FG. So therefore, FP is equal to FG. Now, pansinin natin yung FP. Si P ay single payment. So dahil single payment, P times 1 plus I raised to N. Yung baba, gradient. So, ayan yung itsura ng ating equation. Okay? Gradient yung baba, single payment yung taas. Ngayon, lagyan na natin ng mga values dahil kumpleto naman. Ayan, P times 1 plus 0.05 raised to 10 is equal to 8,750 all over 0.05 minus 10 minus negative 10. Again, remember, negative 10 times 1 plus 0.05 raised to 10 minus 1 plus negative 10 raised to 10. So, okay na? Ngayon, syempre, pag wala kayong shift solve, i-solve nyo muna yung right value and then i-divide nyo ng 1 plus 0.05 raised to 10. But in my case, ang value ng P dito ay 45,846.6 pesos. Okay? Ito naman yung pwede nyo rin gamitin itong formula to na nakikita nyo sa internet. No? Ayan, yung formula yan. A over 1 minus G times 1 minus 1 plus G over 1 plus I raised to N. Parehas lang yung ibibigay nitong value. Okay? An engineer borrowed an amount at a certain bank that can be paid by 4 end-of-year installments, of which the first payment falls after 3 years. If the first payment will be 100,000 pesos, but increases by 8% every year thereafter, how much did he borrow if interest rate is also 8%?
Sabi dun sa problem, meron daw tayong inutang sa bangko, yung engineer, certain amount, di natin alam. So, ilalagay ko dito, no? Yung inutang sa taas. Inutang, let's just say, loan, borrowed, loan na lang, L. Yan yung inutang niya. Ngayon, magbabayad siya ng certain amount at yung amount ay lumalaki. At yung first payment ay magfo-fall sa end of the third year. So ito yung third year, so ito yung end of third year. 1, 2, 3, end of third year. Magbabayad siya dito ng 100K. And then, lumalaki yung payment every year. Lumalaki siya at a rate of 8%. So yung cash flow diagram would look like this, no? Papansin nyo, pa-curve siya. Ayan. Medyo pa-curve. Okay? Now, ang tanong, magkano daw yung ilo-loan niya? Ito ay increasing at a grade of 8%. Okay, so palagi natin gawin is ilagay natin sa future, no? Itong ating L, ilalagay natin sa future. Ayan. Ito rin mga to, ilalagay din natin itong mga to sa kanilang future amounts. So dito, meron ditong future si L at dito ay may future ang mga gradient natin. Okay? So, kunin natin yung value. Note also na yung interest rate ay 8% at yung gradient ay 8%. Ito yung rate of gradient or rate of growth, 8%. Since si I at saka G ay parehas, well, yung formula ng FG ay yung pagparehas si I at saka G. Okay, so palagi niyong pansinin yung mga yan, ha? Baka magkita ninyo itong mga ganitong problem at hindi nyo matandaan. Now, dito sa future amount, obviously si FL ay equal sa future ng gradient. Okay? Yung FL ay single payment. So, yung loan L times 1 plus I raised to N. Now, remember, yung gradient, pagparehas si I at saka si G, ang future niya ay A N times 1 plus I raised to N minus 1. Okay? Okay? Also, wag din natin kalimutan, no? Dahil may N dito at N doon, magkaiba yung N ng dalawang to. Ito yung N nito, obviously, from 0 to 6, yan ay 6. Yung N nito is 4 na beses kang nagbayad nito. So, yung magiging N dito will be 4. Okay? Now, solving the problem, finally, L time is 1 plus 0. Yung interest ay 8, so 0.8 raised to 6. Okay? Is equal to, ilagay ko ito dito, yung A natin is first payment is 100,000. Ayan. Times yung N, yung number of period nito ay 4, times 1 plus 0.08, N minus 1, of course, that is 4 minus 1, of course, free. At yung magiging amount ng loan natin this time ay magiging 317,532.9. Okay? Iyan yung sagot dito sa tanong na to. Okay? So, madali lang ang mga gradient na to. Ayan guys, madali naman siya, hindi naman siya yung mahirap, basta nakalagay lang siya sa cash flow diagram at saka wag niyong kalimutan yung mga conditions, madali lang itong mga to. Okay, so subscribe at maraming salamat.